guys, we just got into Hounslow, about 10 minutes away from the drop. So I thought I might quickly go over how much you can expect to earn and what you expect your pay package to look like driving HGV Class 1 through an agency. Like I say, the agency I work with an umbrella company. The umbrella company are technically my employers. They're the ones that actually deal with my wages and my pension and holiday and stuff like that, and the agency are the ones that work through them. The money you can expect to earn completely varies on where you're expecting to work, how many hours you're expecting to do, whether you want to be salaried or whether you're going to be agency. I mean, you can earn loads and loads of money, but you know, you got to remember there's different tax barriers and stuff like that. But the basics, each company's different, so you have to do your own homework and work it out yourself. But like I say, the basic things that will come out of your wages with an agency are your management margin, which varies, depends on who they are, and that's basically the money the agency takes out to cover their fees. My management margin, I'm sure, it's usually about 20, depends on how many shifts you do. You're probably looking about 15 to 20 pounds for your management margin. That can go up to over 50, 60 quid as well. Again, it depends on the amount of shifts you've done and whatnot. What's the other thing? You pay employers' national insurance as well, which is I can't remember. Take it. It's about 15%. I think our normal national insurance it's not 15%. Our national insurance is about 13, I believe, something like that. But everyone has to pay their national insurance. Obviously, you pay your tax after 12,500. But the things that are different with the agency is, like I said, it's that management margin where they take. There is the employer's national insurance, which can be quite brutal, and there is an apprenticeship levy as well, which is something I noticed in the last one. That's basically money they charge you to help companies pay for apprenticeship schemes and stuff like that. Apprenticeship levy, I think, is 0.5%. Employers' national insurance is 15%. Normal national insurance is obviously 14%. All these things will go out of your wages. If you go and pay as you earn, PAYE, you may not see those management margins and stuff like that on your pay slip, because they'll take that out before you get your money. So you tend to find the PAYE jobs tend to be a lower hourly rate, but you know, the bring home is probably pretty similar at the end of the day. So I get a higher hourly rate, but then I got all these fees coming out. So wherever you go to work with, have a good look at it and suss it out. Wages vary massively. So I know a lot of the guys who work for Tesco's and the supermarkets, they get 35 to 40,000 a year. It's difficult to say what your salary is as an agency driver, because it's you know, you're not salaried. It depends on how many shifts you get per week and what is going on. So you know, if you want to work a 48-hour week, you're probably better off going salaried with a company like Tesco's, doing your 48 hours. Through an agency, the money varies hugely. I mean, if I get a job closer to home down by in the Rhondda, I'm going to be looking at probably anywhere between £12.70 and £14.80, £15 an hour. But I drive down to Mago, which is 35 miles away from where I live, 35 miles on the motorway each way every day. But the hourly wages, then you're looking more £16 up to 20 plus. So the money you earn really does depend on where you are, what type of work you're doing. Obviously, if I was driving a petrol tanker or a car transport or something like that, the wages would be higher again, because it's you know, it's more risk, more of a skilled job, you could argue, because you've got all those licenses. So it's difficult to say exactly what you'll bring home. You can earn great money, but it depends on how much you're prepared to go out and earn. I'm comfortable with the way things are working now. I'm happy with being able to do shifts when it suits me, working through the agency. Other people want to get every hour under the sun done. So there's a few things to bear in mind, and also bear in mind when you do start earning the bigger money and you go over kind of £1,000 a week bring home, you're going to click up into that 40% tax barrier, Well, you'll be paying 40% tax, so you'll have to put even more hours in then to get the money you were getting. Do you know what I'm saying? So lots to bear in mind. I'm not going to ramble on. I was talking about it for ages on the way up, but I was getting confused and I didn't want to get anything wrong or give the wrong information. So like I say, there's loads to look into, loads to be aware of. Like I would say, do your own bit of homework, find out what's going on yourself, find out what suits you best. Most important thing about this job is keeping yourself happy, balance that social life at home. You don't want to spend every hour of the week working. You know, the indicator isn't out. I'm in a Mercedes again. It's just giving me the indicator warning and flashing like hell. All my indicators are working and flashing normal speed, so Mercedes life. But yeah, so do your own homework, suss it out. It depends where you are in the country and stuff like that, what you're going to earn. But there is plenty of money to be earned. You just want to find something, more importantly, that's a job you're happy with and comfortable doing. You know, you don't want to be doing a job you dread getting out of bed for. You don't want to be doing a job where they're pushing you to your limits. That's the most important thing. So yeah, like I said, really, really short update. Just my thoughts, and say, do your homework, guys. Do your homework, but you will see a few things coming out of your pay slip. Cheers, guys. Concentrate now because it's tight up here.